Today we are going to study about the pancreas and spleen embryology from first state for the USMLE step 1 2025. So the pancreas derived from the foregut. Ventral pancreatic duct contributes to the unicate process. Both ventral and dorsal buds contribute to pancreatic head and the main pancreatic duct. So the pancreas are formed from the foregut. This is the main thing to remember. And there are parts of pancreas. The ventral pancreatic duct contributes to unicate process. The pancreas itself has part. The first part is its head, then its body, then its unicate process, then its tail. So the unicate process is going to be formed from the ventral pancreatic bud. Both ventral and dorsal contribute to the pancreatic head and the main pancreatic duct. So these two parts, the main pancreatic duct is through which the enzymes are released through the pancreas into the duodenum. So main pancreatic duct and the pancreatic head, these both are formed together with the ventral and the dorsal buds. Annular pancreas. This is an anomaly which is due to abnormal rotation of pancreatic duct, ventral pancreatic duct from a ring of pancreatic tissue. Encircles the second part of duodenum, may cause duodenal narrowing and vomiting associated with Down syndrome. So here you can see this is the ventral pancreatic duct and this is the dorsal pancreatic duct. So this ventral pancreatic duct is should rotate and combine with the dorsal pancreatic duct. If it's not combining in its normally, so it's going to be result in anomaly, like it can result in annular pancreas, which is that the bud is going to encircle the duodenum, like this is the bud and this is the dorsal bud. The ventral goes back and combine with the dorsal, but if it is not happening, if it doesn't happen in the order, so it can happen that some part goes in the front and some goes in the back, eventually leading like a circular pancreatic tissue circling the duodenum, eventually obstructing the flow of the duodenum. So duodenal narrowing and vomiting, because if there is in anything where there is obstruction, it will lead to vomit, because the contents are not going to pass through normal bowel and results in outflow through vomiting, and it is associated with Down syndrome. So this is important. Pancreas division. Ventral and dorsal part fail to fuse at 7 week of development. So sometimes this happens that this rotation does not happen, leading into the failure to fuse at the 7th week, which normally occurs. So common anomaly, but mostly asymptomatic. The patient doesn't feel anything, but may cause chronic abdominal pain or pancreatitis. So this can be a problem, but mostly it's asymptomatic. Spleen. It arise in the mesentery of the stomach. So there is mesentery through which the organs are suspending in our abdomen. So there is ventral mesentery and the dorsal mesentery. So the dorsal one is the mesentery which is attached to the posterior abdominal wall, and the anterior mesentery is the mesentery which covers the anterior part of the organs. Like if this is a stomach, so the anterior part is covered by the ventral, and the posterior part which is attached to the abdomen, posterior wall of the abdomen, it is through the dorsal mesentery. So it's written that spleen arises in the mesentery of the stomach. So if this is the posterior abdominal wall and this is the mesentery through which it is attached, this is the stomach, this is the stomach here, this is the stomach over here, and it is attached to the posterior abdominal wall. The spleen is going to arise in the mesentery of the stomach. So it is going to arise from the dorsal mesogastrium. These are the mesenchymal cells through which this spleen is going to arise. The stomach, the liver are all endodermal derived. They are not derived through mesoderm. But the spleen only is derived through the mesoderm, because it is derived from the mesentery of the stomach, which is of the mesenchymal origin. So mesenchymal origin leads to the formation of a spleen, so hence it's mesodermal, but has foregut supply. So the supply is not through which the structure is going to be formed, like the structure is through endoderm or mesoderm. It is through the structures it's near. So as the stomach is supplied through a celiac trunk, this is also supplied through the celiac trunk. Foregut gut supply splenic artery supplies the spleen. Now we are going to I'm going to explain the diagram. So here this is the ventral pancreatic duct. You can see this is rotating normal. This is the gallbladder, accessory pancreatic duct, minor papilla, major papilla, dorsal pancreatic duct, unicate portion, main pancreas. So you can see that this is the ventral and this is the dorsal pancreatic parts. When these both combine, this is the main pancreatic duct, which is formed through the ventral pancreatic tissue. This is important, and main pancreatic duct is through the ventral pancreatic tissue, and the dorsal pancreatic bud is going to give a branch. These both are going to combine and lead to opening in the major papilla. Also there is an opening here which is through the minor papilla. This is an accessory pancreatic duct. Okay, further it is written annular pancreas. You can see that this is the duodenum here. This is the duodenum, and this is the anomaly which is here as annular pancreas. It is forming a ring-like structure constricting the duodenum. This is the anomaly in which there is pancreas division, as these two parts are not combining with each other.